How's it going? Thanks for joining me. Grabbed another 5 random CDs. Pretty mixed bag, and we're going to start right away with Ritual of Passing by Atriarch. So Atriarch are, they're labeled as a Black and Doom / death rock band. They formed in Portland, Oregon in 2009. And this is their second of 4 full lengths. The first 2 came out on Profound Lore, and then the most recent 2 have come out on Relapse. I don't own those, but they're great albums too. So yeah, I mean, to me the most simple way to put this is post-punk meets metal. And I first became aware of them when I got an EP that was a split between Atriarch and Alaric, who are another great band from the West Coast who play a similar style. And I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. I really dig these guys. Definitely kind of a one-tone kind of band, but I guess most metal bands are at the end of the day. Good stuff. This is not a real album. I just thought I'd grab a compilation here. This is World Domination Volume 4, released by Osmose Productions. And this one was probably put out in... yeah, it's probably like 2000, doesn't say. So this is a double album that has, you know, almost 40 tracks by Osmose bands, both past, present, big names and small. You got big names like Impaled Nazarene, Absu, Enslaved, Sadistic Execution, combined with those early 2000s bands that Osmose had, such as Ravager, Ritual Carnage, Driller Killer, Archon and Faustus, Revenge, Thornspawn, Axis of Advance, could go on and on. World Domination 2, the second sampler that Osmose put out, that came out probably back in '97, and I can't find that right now, but that's a very important album to my my metal fandom. When I was in my early teens, I always had this fascination with Osmose. I'd see them in the magazines, and I thought it was awesome stuff. And I did see, you know, the Immortals and the Impaled Nazarenes at my local record store, but back then, imported records were very expensive, and you know, spending $35 on a CD when you're 14 is probably not going to happen. But I did write to the American office for a very short period of time. Osmose opened an American office in LA, and I sent them a letter asking for a catalog, and they sent me World Domination 2, the CD, for free. And not a big deal. I still kind of regret not writing them back saying thank you. I don't know. I was a kid. But that was, again, Enslaved, Emperor, Vital Remains, Marduk. That was just very influential to me, and again, I wish I could find it. Okay, next up, Dodd's Ritual. This album called Undersort Soul. This came out on Black Market Metal Label, which is a Canadian black metal label. And this is a Norwegian band, but not a very well-known one. Looks like they formed in '93 and went through a couple of name changes before changing their name to Dodd's Ritual in 2016, and then putting out this album in 2017, which is, to this point, still the most recent full length they put out. So, solid but unspectacular, but at the same time, for a Norwegian black metal band, it took me a couple minutes to really think of a good band to compare them to. Doesn't sound like Mayhem, doesn't sound like Immortal, Emperor, Burzum, any of them. But my closest guess was to say maybe a slightly less developed version of Early Enslaved. That was my thought. Not a metal release, but this is The Cataclysm by David Gallus. This came out in 2006 on Vendless. So David Gallus is an American musician that is predominantly known for his membership in Lycia, who are a popular darkwave band. And I'm not a darkwave expert by any means, but I definitely do enjoy some Lycia, and when I think of darkwave, I think of them. They have an album called Cold that I'm quite familiar with, and I think it's excellent. But anyways, David Gallus is one of the members, and this is one of his solo albums. Again, it's called The Cataclysm. And this is a great release. It's still got the darkwave thing going on. A lot of goth rock thrown in there. Some neo-folk. And definitely a good helping of swans, such as The Great Annihilator and White Light from the Melt of Infinity. I hear a lot of that in here. And finally, it's kind of an oddball album I have here. This is called Zealot by Primal Dawn. This came out on NHR Records in 2000, well, I think it was 2006. But I think it's an independent release. So this is a black and death metal band from Ireland, and they've been split up since 2006. And I don't know a lot about them, but I looked up some reviews, and most of them were actually quite negative. And although it's nothing special, I gave this a quick spin earlier today, and I thought it was okay. So, that's it for today. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.